some big headphones. Are you a bit of a gamer? Do you like your gaming?
You know this? No, I'm not a gamer, but these are actually the only headphones in my house that fits into my laptop.
Oh wow, okay.
So these are I play FIFA.
Bit of FIFA, yeah. Well, this is what
FIFA,
we
but
was
not
going to
really a
do.
COD guy.
We was going to do a few questions around yourself and some teammates quickly, just some quick fire ones. And one of them was actually you have to pick one teammate to win you a game of FIFA for £100,000. Who you're picking? So it won't be you. You've got to get someone to represent you. Who's the best in the team?
Well, to be fair, Vitali and Brian, they both talk about FIFA a lot, and like they are keen on it. I think Brian streams or something. So
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, and I'd say weekend league he gets quite a lot of wins. And he brags about it. So I'd say Brian and Bruno.
Decent.
But Vital does say like he doesn't cheat, but he kind of like tactically plays his games, because obviously all the good players play it Friday night and Saturday, and all like the not so good players play Sunday night. So he tends to play all his games Sunday.
You're a Sunday guy.
But it's a bit of a tactical one.
Oh man,
David, you talked about computer games earlier, or last time we had a chat. What was the games that you were playing?
Struth, yeah, I was talking about Final Fantasy VII. Yeah.
Yeah. Ivan's like, nah.
I don't have a clue what that is, but
there was we used to play a game called State Soccer. I can't remember what it was. It was on the Nintendo NES. NES? And same as this. Yeah, NES. SNES. SNES. I think it was a NES before the SNES. I don't know, because it was super. We used to play that, and it was easy because it was against a computer. So I'd just sit there, and if you got 25-0, you try and get 26-0 next game. You knew where to shoot and all this stuff. Then my kids, my oldest son's a little bit older than you, Ivan. So I'd let him get to 9-0, then I'd beat him 10-9, which is nice. You know, I'm that kind of dad.
Yeah.
Come on, son. Hey. And then one day he beat me. And that was it. I stopped playing.
Game over, yeah?
Yeah, dude. See, it's not real, son. It's not real. What are you going on about? Yeah, but...
There was another question we had. Brentford are entering a 4x100 metre relay. You need 4 runners.
You know what it is? I'll put myself in there because when it's time to run, like I can get moving. It'll take me a while, but I can get moving.
Okay.
So I'd put myself in there. I'd put Rico has to be in there. Rico's quick. Although it's a strange one because Josh Da Silva is quick. Is quicker with the ball than without. So it's a bit of a strange one.
Yeah.
So
just give him the ball.
Give him a ball to run with.
Smith, do the rules include footballs? I mean, there's no reason why he can't run a 100-metre leg with a football without football. Or with
mean, I know I'm the adjudicator. It doesn't mention anything about footballs. I'm just. But what
the others can make up. The others can give me a little lead, so I can just cruise through the finish line.
Right, full flip.
So I'd say me, Rico, Sergi Canos, he's quite quick, and Brian's up there as well.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's a strong 4. That
it's pretty strong.
3/4.
Well, I'm sure any Brentford fans watching this, they can comment below on what they think.
Yeah.
But, obviously, you
They
joined
might
this.
have something to say.
Yeah. What I was going to say is, obviously, you kind of made a name for yourself at Peterborough. That was the big one, wasn't it? I actually had the pleasure of watching you against AFC Wimbledon, and you didn't score that day, but I was watching you.
We lost 1-0. Not the best game to watch.
You won 3-2. It was Madison and Moisa, I think it was.
Oh, that was at home. At home. Okay.
Yeah. But you just linked up really well, and obviously you missed a couple of chances. But I thought this geezer, he knows what he's doing, because I watch the Premier League and that, but I get around and I watch other different clubs, and obviously we went to Peterborough that day, and everyone was saying, Ivan Toney, trust me, he's going to be the next big thing. And obviously you got your move to Brentford, and you mentioned it didn't start as well, but you come across as quite a confident guy. With the stats that you took from Peterborough, and obviously Brentford doing their thing with stats, and they're going to be expecting you to replicate that at a higher level as well, was there a pressure of upping the levels, but obviously trying to give back the same sort of performances?
I don't think it was. There may have been a bit of pressure. Obviously, everyone knows like what Brentford are paying this much money for a striker. There's goals to be obviously expecting to be coming in, but I didn't really feel the pressure such because I felt like obviously I've done it at Peterborough and I know I can score. I know I can score goals. I get myself in the right positions and I know the players around me can put the ball in the right areas. Whereas I scored 24 goals in the league last season, and that was the season was cut short. So coming to Brentford, obviously you check the strikers over the years they've all scored goals, and it's not a coincidence. Obviously, the style of play Brentford gets the strikers goals. You just got to get in the right areas and put them in the back of the net. And I felt like coming to Brentford, there was a bit of pressure, but I was just excited. The excitement took over the pressure. So I just wanted to get started and like get involved in the team. And sometimes, well, as a striker, any striker would tell you, the first goal's always the hardest one to get. Because you're trying so hard to start like flying and things like that. You start doing things that you don't normally do, like taking an extra touch or just silly things like that. Little things. Little things like that make a big difference. And then me and my dad, we always watch back games and talk about chances. He just keeps saying like, "What do you think you've done there? What do you think you've done there?" Like he's saying, "You're trying too hard. Just relax. The goal will come." Like there was chances I missed at Huddersfield beginning of the season where I was taking an extra touch and trying to like pass it in the corner. Where any other game I'd shoot first time and it'd be a goal. And he's just saying, keep doing the right things, the goals will come. And then I got the penalty at Millwall, and then from then I just kept getting the right positions and scoring goals. So it was good.
Sick. So you're happy, yeah? You're in a good place right now? You feeling good?
I'm not happy. Obviously, I could have been scoring more goals, but I'll take it.
Yeah, because I think was it Ollie Watkins that was at Brentford before that he's moved up gone to Villa, and you've come in to sort of fill that spot. But I think you're doing it, obviously, and hopefully we'll be seeing you as a Premier League striker next year.
Well, yeah, if we hit the target that I'm looking for, then we've got a great chance of being a Premier League football club.
Have you got a target, as in personal goals tally?
Yeah. I set myself 2 targets. Obviously, one mid-season, like halfway point, and one at the end. And
you on target?
I've gone past the target at the moment.
Oh.
Have you readjusted the second target?
I actually have, yeah. I have, so
we'll have to.
I want to set the standard high and set the bar high. I think the record in the league is at 31 or something, 32.
Is it?
Well, yeah,
up there, something like that. I think Glenn Murray might have hit, or Jordan Rhodes, one of those.
So your bar is basically the record. That's good.
You're trying to get out of me. I hear it. I like it.
No. Tony, I'm sorry. What you said there about being a striker and getting that first goal. I mean, I had that situation when I joined Liverpool. It was from a goalkeeper perspective. You want your first clean sheet, and I played I think 12 games with no clean sheets, and then got bombed. And it was kind of like every game, like you're taking the extra touch. I was going in that position where it was kind of like I didn't want to make that. Go for that cross, or I didn't want to do this. And you start, and then it didn't happen. Got bombed outside. It took, I think, 6, 7, 8 months before I got my first clean sheet. I wasn't playing all that time, of course, but penalty save against Paul Merson at Highbury, 1-0 win, and it was just. I'm here.
Just different story now. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I can keep clean sheets.
You mentioned referees there, Ivan. Some notes here around Brentford that they missed out on promotion. You weren't there then, obviously. It was 90 minutes away, and the analysis was that Brentford were just too nice, and apparently the scouts for yourself said that you managed referees. So
the thing is, obviously, my manager before actually did say that I'm not chirpy. I'm like, I get my point across.
Yeah.
So
how
obviously,
important
like
is that?
that's very important. Like, no one, refs obviously don't like people effing and jeffing at them. So it's like you talk to them in the correct manner.
Right,
So
okay.
if someone's screaming at you, you're not going to want to talk to them. So you need to just talk normal and just obviously have a bit of banter with them. But like there's things like, let's say, if the opposition's screaming at the ref, you just got to throw little comments like, "Ref, you can't talk to you like that." And you just get some thinking, like little comments like that. But yeah, I get my point across, and I like to try and not. Obviously, the ref's there to do the job. He controls the game, but I like to try and help.
That's like me. Like if we're on a Sunday league level and you can see the other team are just going in, you just think, okay, we can get an advantage here if we're nice to him, or we just give him a thumbs up and just do as we're told. It's gonna play into our hands eventually. So do you speak to the ref before the game, like as you go out? Do you have a little, do you get in his ear and just sort of
you got to do that. Even with the fourth
officials,
even with the fourth official and the linesmen, you just gotta, like, it might be a tight call and you might just put his flag. Oh, it was rude earlier, or just a little aggressive, and just when it's close, he might give you the benefit of the doubt. You don't know, but you just gotta try them little ones.
So that's part of your preparations. Do you have any like other preparations that players, other players might not do? Like when you wake up in the morning, do you have any like superstitions or something before a game that I've got to do this if I'm going to perform to my normal self today?
Well, before the game, normally I always put my right boot on first, and then my left. Like, I have to sort the right boot before I sort the left. It's just a thing I do, really.
I think there's some scientific proof on that.
Oh, is there?
No.
But yeah, I tend to do that, and I tend to pray before.
Yeah.
And then just get in the zone, really, after all that, and before that as well. Just listen to music to hype yourself up.
Yeah.
What's your music?
To be fair, the music I put in the changing room, people kind of batter me. Like you got the older heads really like want a bit of a mixture, which I can produce, but sometimes you want like a bit of a house mix to get you going. Like,
yeah.
Hang on, older heads.
Well, I'm getting to the older parts.
You mean those 27-year-olds?
Yeah, I'd say that. But yeah, now I go into the game. I'll put my own music on in my headphones. It's a bit of like rap music, grime. Like you put Ambush, Fredo, these rappers like that just get you going, and Young Bane, rappers like this.
I'm nodding my head. I'll be honest.
Millions.
You know this, don't you, Dave?
No.
And I do throw in the odd Darnell Jones with John B as well.
Oh yeah, I do actually know that one.
That's like David might know them. No.
Listen, I DJ. My decks are behind me. I'm in house music. I'm in a hardcore, whatever, classical music. But rap, I used to listen to rap when rap was new. I get it. I mean, the music before the game is key. Talking about rituals, I mean, just being in, as you say, getting in that zone, and whoever, England. If they don't like it in Brentford, you might be right in England. So the England change room for the World Cup in 2006, we had a playlist. So every player contributed one record, one track. Mine was Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in D minor, which is 24 minutes long, classical music. And the only time that I got to play was when we got knocked out.
Wow. To cheer everyone up.
Literally, the change room was empty, and I just went, sod this, and I put it on, and I just sat in the change room listening to it. It was like, okay.
Every cloud, eh?
Yeah.
So obviously we've got right boot, left boot, music, praying, get in the referee's ears, and fourth officials, introduce yourself. That's Ivan Toney's preparation, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Decent. Yeah, definitely. You played a few Premier Leagues teams this season, obviously in the Cups.
Mm-hmm.
You played my team, obviously Tottenham. Got a goal, but that was chalked off, unfortunately. Because obviously you're not used to the VAR system, are you? Was that... Obviously you thought, yep, done it.
Everything. Yeah, to be fair, everything in the back of my mind, I just knew like something's gonna pop up with this VAR. Like, even if you score a worldie from outside the box, something might pop up that's, I don't know, someone's in the keeper's eye line or that's offside. So you can't celebrate until the ref celebrates, until he runs off. So it's one of them ones.
The ref celebrate. What is this? Because you're like really pally with the ref. Go on, Ive. Yeah, good lad. I like him.
If the ref sprints off, you know it's a goal because you don't want no one chasing him saying, "Oh, I should be offside." If he walks slowly, you kind of know what's going on. But
I see so many clips. Was it Mike Dean's a Spurs fan? Like, if you want, like, someone put a compilation together every time that Spurs goal went in and he was refereeing, he'd run off, but he'd point to the centre circle, but it looked like he had his hand in the air, sort of celebrating.
Yeah, I see it.
It's funny stuff. How was it? I mean, is there we talk about jump ups, playing the Premier League against Premier League defenders. Was it much different to the Championship? Did you feel there was more aggression, more strength, or you feel that you settled in quite well with that?
In terms of quality on the ball, I feel like
you could see it.
Yeah, you can see it. Like,
was it quicker
and like just little things like the slick passing, like to one another. It's like punched in, take a touch, look up, and they can play. Whereas in the Champ, it's punched in, but sometimes it be bobbling, sometimes it just be behind them, like just the little things, tiny things, but it'll give you a chance to like close them down quicker in the Championship. Whereas in the Prem, he'll pass it, you try and close that one down, pass it straight back, and then it's like gone so quick that they dribble past you and they can just pick out a pass to like the left back that's playing as a left winger or the right back that's playing as a right winger. So it's a lot different, but I feel like I'm ready for the challenge, and I can't wait to be playing against Premier League opposition.
With Brentford, obviously.
With Brentford, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Who's the toughest defender you've come up against this season?
Well, you see, you got the Premier League team. Obviously, Sanchez was good. He's strong. But you got
Davison Sanchez, was it? Or?
What's that? Sorry,
Davison Sanchez, was it?
Yeah. Him.
Yeah.
Trying to think in the Championship who's kind of bullied me. Not really. I don't really get bullied in the games. So I can't really. To be fair, there's a centre back. Obviously, we played Swansea the other night. He didn't bully me in this game, but I think it's Guhi or something.
Okay.
He's on loan from Chelsea. He's strong. He's like, if he puts his arms out like to grab you, then you're not going nowhere.
It's game over.
Yeah, so you just can't let him put his arms out. But yeah, he was a good centre back. I'd say the pairing at Wickham.
Yeah.
When we first played in the beginning of the season, Stuart and Charles, them two as a pairing, they're good, and they give me a good game. I like a challenge against them too.
So when you've got again, because obviously Brentford renowned for their stat stuff. I mean, with regards to the video analysis, do you get the file on your opponents before the game? Do you have to do all the study? Do you get a chance to go out on the training field and, for example, if one defender is more sort of hands-on physical, whereas one might be more quick and pacey, do you get a chance to sort of prepare yourself for the opposition in that sense?
I think, we get sent videos and we watch clips on the opponents we're going to be up against, but I kind of do that on my own back anyway. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll watch clips, and if it's someone I don't know or haven't played against, I'll watch clips of them. And if it's obviously someone I've played against, then I'll know how they are. I know what they're good at and what they're not so good at. So I'll just play to that. And if it's one centre half quicker than the other, I'll go on the slow one and like things like that. And you just kind of do it yourself, really. It's not so much people sending you stuff. They can only send you so much, but you have to go on your own back and just pick up other little things to help you in your game.
Yeah, no, I hear you. How's the new ground at Brentford? What's that like? Because obviously we haven't had the pleasure of going there yet, but you want to experience it with fans, of course.
Yeah, it needs to be with fans. It's a lonely place without fans at the moment, but but yeah, no, it's a nice ground. It's obviously the fact that they've put money into it and made a new ground. you can see it's like they have potential to be in the Premier League, and that's where they want to be. And it is Premier League standard. Obviously, with fans, it'll be a lot better feeling.
Before we wrap things up, I've got a favour to ask, Ivan, because I know we've been mentioning celebrations now and again. You like a celebration here and there. I'm gonna, on behalf of Utilita, if it's possible, next time you bang a goal in, whether it be with the head, left or right, can we, between us, get a celebration in? Can you do it next time you score?
Well, yeah, well, what is it?
Depends what it
do you
is,
want?
obviously. Well, we were trying to think, because obviously Utilita are energy and everything like that. We were trying to think of something, but I just couldn't think. So in the end, I thought, we'll look at your career, we'll look at Brentford as a club, and you are climbing the ladder.
Yeah.
So if we get some sort of climbing the ladder, can we get that, do you reckon?
Yeah. Well, like, when I do score, that'll be my next celebration.
You promise?
Promise. Climbing the ladder, yeah?
We need to see it. Go on, just give us a little...
That's right.
Nice. That's nice.
Ivan Toney gives the keeper the eyes, and he gives Brentford their 4th goal of the afternoon. 18 for the season for Ivan Toney.